Hey everybody, it's Megan Shuey. I am coming to you today to talk to you about something that I love to talk about, and that is productivity and getting organized. Now, I say I love to talk about it. That doesn't mean I always like to do it. But I have discovered that as a business owner, maybe you feel this way too, that there's nobody holding me accountable for getting things done, and there's no built-in kind of priority for projects other than if I have a launch coming up or something big that's coming up. So I find that I kind of drift, into one thing and out into another, and I lack focus. So what I've started doing is using my Google Calendar in a way to get myself priority and focus and clarity on what I'm supposed to do. Because what I'd find is I'd go to lunch, eat lunch, come back upstairs to my home office, and not know what the hell I was supposed to work on. And there was no rhyme or reason, and I felt adrift. And so putting my Google Calendar to work in this way really has helped me figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. So like right now, I'm supposed to be doing this in my calendar. I'm supposed to be doing this video. How empowering is that? That this is actually time I blocked out and to do a blog, and this is how I'm going to do the blog is through a video and screen share. So that's my story, and let me get the screen up and I'll show you how I set up my calendar using Google Calendars. Okay, here's my calendar, and you'll see it's pretty, but very full. And we'll get to that in a minute. So what I want to do is just talk through, in case that you haven't really used Google Calendars much, it's a really great way to get organized. And what's wonderful about this is you can share your calendar with other people if they have a Gmail account. So it makes it really handy. Like my husband and I, you can see down here, my husband and I share a calendar. I see his calendar, he sees mine. So what I've done is I have a couple different calendars, and this Megan Shuey one right here is my main calendar. This one has on it all of my personal information, and then this one is the one that's linked to my Acuity schedule calendar. So clients can book coaching calls with me through that Acuity schedule. So I didn't want all of this stuff on my calendar. Otherwise, nobody would be able to book with me. You see what I mean? So I purposely made a new calendar. And you can do that really easily by clicking here and saying create a new calendar. So I created this productivity calendar. Oh, I just made it go away. And you do that with that little button there. You just click on it and it'll go away. And so you can layer calendars if you want. So what I did is I looked at kind of the overall tasks that I need to get done every week. What are the projects that I need to work on and have done? So a big one for me is Facebook. I get a lot of clients on Facebook, and so I do advertising on Facebook. So it's important for me to keep Facebook up to date. So, and then I have a couple groups that I adore, and so those are I do Facebook engagement during the first hour of my day. A lot of times I do it while I'm in bed still. And I feel like I'm really fresh and excited to talk to people on Facebook right away in the morning. So that's what that is. And you can change color. You can change color right here at event color. So here's the longer version of the item in the calendar. You can add guests if you want to invite people. But you can change the color here. So I made Facebook engagement always green. So next on the schedule today was blog writing and uploading my blog to WordPress, Medium, Facebook Notes, whatever. And what I've come to really love about this is the function where in this description. So in this description, I can put a ton of information in here if I want. And then if I repeat this event, then it'll grab all this stuff every time. So it follows itself, it kind of follows itself, which is really cool. I don't need to retype in. And this is where I can put ideas for what blogs I think I might want to write. And it's all right here in the calendar. I have it up all the time in one of my tabs anyway. So now all of a sudden, here are my ideas. And then you can, let's say I make a change here. Let's just do Gmail calendar. And I click save. So that will be in the description now. So I don't have to remember things, which I'm not very good at. And I don't have to, if I write it in a notebook, it doesn't do me any good because it's not handy. I don't find it right away. So putting it in my calendar is just the coolest. So today, I also, a little later on today, I need to work on emailing my list. Get out of there. I need to work on emailing my list today, a Motivation Monday message. 11:30 to 12:30, I have lunch, and then Facebook engagement or catch up if sometimes I eat lunch at my desk. Most of the time I try not to. And then there's a little gap here, and that gap actually has I'm doing a blab today at 1 o'clock. And so I have that, but it's on my personal calendar so that nobody could book during that time on Acuity. So, and I don't want to bring up my calendar because, like I said, there's client stuff on there. So, so that's actually where the blab is. At 2 o'clock, I need to write a blog for my Confessions website. And then from 3 to 5, I need to work on my program writing. And you'll see that I have, program writing tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow I've got get blab organized for the next week because that takes a little bit of time. And if I don't book it in here, I'm going to forget. And so what's cool about this is I can, I have like how to do, the steps I need to do to make that task happen. So, and that will, like I said, follow this task every time I create if I repeat it. So it's super cool. Club management, I have a membership site that's going through transition right now that I need to be paying attention to. And this is the kind of thing that I find I end up doing last because it isn't that I don't like doing it. It's just it takes a chunk of time and I get distracted. And so I know tomorrow from 10 to 11:30 I'm working on the club, which also helps me now today that I don't have to worry about that. That tomorrow I have time booked out to work on it. And I think that is probably my second favorite thing about doing this is now that anxiety about when am I going to work on something goes away because I see it's already here. So yeah, I'm going to write blogs twice a week, plus the confession blog down here. That kind of thing. Like I know it's already booked in. So on Wednesday, a big project is I'm going to be working on my opt-ins and organizing that, figuring out what I have and what I need to kind of get out in the world again. And then I need to get the blab ready for Edgar because I put the post in Edgar and then it sends it out a bunch of times during the week before the blab on next Monday. And so I have on here get blog ready for Edgar because it posts at 4 o'clock p.m. So if I don't have it ready by 4 o'clock p.m., it'll post last week's blab, which will not do me any good and be a little embarrassing. So that's a good reminder that I need to get I probably have to get an image ready. I need to upload it to Edgar. I need to get it set up in Blab, all that stuff. All the stuff I did here, I need to make sure is ready to go by 4. And then in the afternoon, I'm working on club management again. On Thursday, you'll see I've got kind of the same stuff as before, but the difference here is on Thursday from 12:30 to 5, my husband he works from home about half the time, but on Thursday afternoon and evening, he's always gone because he is in a dart league at night. And so he typically schedules a lot of appointments on Thursday. So he's gone. And what that means is that the house was quiet or quieter. I still have dogs and cats, but it's at least quieter. And I don't bug him or tell him or have to yell at him to be quiet. We have a creaky old house. So the stairs creak and all that stuff. So it keeps it quieter. So that's why I've booked in right here for writing and recording. Whoops, I'll pop up there. Writing and recording things. So the house is quieter. So on Fridays, you'll see that I don't have a ton scheduled. I have kind of big blocks of time. The first thing I have after the Facebook engagement is loading up Edgar with stuff from the week. And I need to load up Edgar and so, like Facebook, schedule Facebook posts and Latergram. I just learned how to use Latergram. So I need to do that on Friday so that the week ahead. So, okay, so here's what I did. See, I changed that event. So now it's asking me to edit recurring event. Would you like to change only this event, all events in the series, or this and all following events? So I'm going to click on this and following events. So then next week, let me see what next week looks like. Next week, look it's there too. It's all the same. So that's how nice that works. Now you'll see next week haven't filled it in yet because I'm not quite sure what my priority is going to be. So my plan is on Friday then to fill in the next week's calendar. I've got some things that will always be at that time, but then the rest of it kind of, let's say I need 3 whole days of program writing because I'm launching something, I can do that then right away in my calendar for the next week. So that's this this task. But then the last one here is I really love to go down what I call the rabbit hole. And this is where I do research and learning, and I just kind of let the research take me wherever it's going to take me. So this is where I do that, is I have that Friday afternoon completely open to read articles I find that I've saved, go through Evernote and figure out what I haven't really looked at, or to do some more digging into something that I need to do or learn about. So this is how I'm using Google Calendar. And I'm pretty excited about it. It sure made me feel like $1,000,000 waking up in the morning and knowing what I'm supposed to work on, and knowing that I don't have to do everything in one day or have all the answers figured out in one day, because that's kind of the way I operate, is I kind of think that I have to have it all figured out, and this way I don't. And so this is my new strategy. So please let me know if you use Google Calendar in a way, or if you have any other new or better ideas. I'd love to hear them. Thanks, and have a great day.